Some breaking news. Israel has taken a huge amount of damage. Both Iran and the Houthis in Yemen have fired even their most powerful hypersonic missiles at Israel today. But first, the timeline of events. Today, Israel bombed Beirut, the capital of Lebanon. Iran previously said that's a red line, and overnight, Iran launched huge waves of attacks against Israel. Specifically, Iran launched 5 different waves of attacks, from drones to missiles to hypersonic missiles at Israel. Shortly after that, the US President Trump phoned up Netanyahu and pressured him to not respond to these Iranian attacks, as it risks the war restarting. Netanyahu, rather than listening, decided to ignore Trump, and then today Israel carried out their first wave of strikes against western and central Iran. Israel said, quote, "Our air force struck several military targets in western and central Iran. Because of this, the chance of Iran being invaded by the US by the end of the year has now risen to 19%. That's according to Polymarket, by the way, a place where you can predict world events. But then, after those Israeli attacks against Iran I just told you about, moments ago Iran launched another wave of attacks against Israel, and the Houthis in Yemen have joined, and they've launched their first wave of attacks against Israel. Israel claims they intercepted almost all of Iran's attacks, but we have dozens of videos showing direct impacts. All of this has happened in the last 8 hours, so now we're waiting on Israel's response to those Iranian strikes and those Houthi strikes against them. I expect that Israel will either not respond or the war will restart, so quite big possibilities. There is something else super important that you need to know though. But first, to stay up to date on this, make sure you're following me. But what's important is our secret video editing tricks get these videos millions of views. I help businesses do the same with their videos, which gets them more clients. So comment the word editing if you want that too.